Hi folks, Matt Fogg here again at the Midcoast School of Music, and so we're going to talk a little bit about whole tone scales right now. So basically, a whole tone scale is exactly as it sounds. You start on a note, and you just go up in whole steps until you get back to the note that you started on. So that would be the C whole tone scale. And so I guess if you think about music starting in two different spots, there's really only two possible whole tone scales that you could have, because there's really only two possible combinations of, whole steps. So I guess as far as scales go, whole tone scales are kind of simple to understand because there's really only two of them. So if we were to start here, we would be back to the first one again, right? And if we were to start here, we would be on the second one. So those are whole tone scales. Now, how do they get used? Well, I suppose there's probably a lot of opinions on this, but one way that I use them, let's say I was playing a tune, say we were in the key of F, and I got to the 2 chord, and it was a dominant chord. I would often play that G whole tone scale, and play that over any kind of dominant 2 chord. And then you can also use it over the 5 chord, or you can, use the chord, the 2 chord, the 5 chord, or you can also use, of course, the scale we just talked about, which is the altered scale always works, or the diminished scale always works over the 5 chord in jazz music anyway. Well, really, most styles of music. So, once again, if we were in the key of F, and we were coming to a 2 chord, and it was dominant, I might use that scale over that. So let's check it out. And you can also use it in a blues. Let's say we were playing a blues in the key of F again, and you wanted to start off a chorus using whole tone. I mean, let's try that. So we come out of the turnaround. You could definitely use it on the 1 chord in blues. You could use it on the 4 chord in blues. A lot of times you'll hear people play it in groupings. So like what I'm doing here, I think, is I'm playing in groupings of 3. So you could go. Heard that a lot in my life. So go up in thirds, then down. You can connect them. So that's something you might hear, whole tone scale like that. You could also hear it like this, like moving around in thirds. I suppose you could hear it like in a, like a run. So that might be another way. But, just like any scale, you can, of course, practice it in just about any kind of configuration you want to, because depending on how many ways you know how to play it, the more useful it becomes in your playing. So it's a little bit about the whole tone scale, so check that out.